It's 2025 and you're wondering, what should you buy? It's always the question. So I'm going to take you on a shopping journey.
I take you to the candy shop.
Want to come shopping with me?
Yeah.
Not that kind of shopping, okay? This is shopping for you. You spend... I can't even do it. You spend your money, get whatever you want. I'm just going to help make it easier for you, okay? So let's go on a little journey, and I'm just going to show you some stuff. And if you want it, you can buy it. And if you don't, it's always been there, but I'm just going to take you on a little journey. Now, all I can think is like... I
take you to the candy shop.
I'm going to show you some FPV stuff. Before you shop for anything anywhere online, right there it says it's free. You save a couple bucks on almost everything. And this is for honey. But I'm changing it to COUPERT because I used honey. It didn't really help me that much, but COUPERT saves me at least like a few cents to $1 on every single one of my online purchases. And after like a couple months, I usually get a $10 Amazon. Well, you can get gift cards for basically anything. COUPERT saves you money on everything, so there's no reason not to put it on your computer. So just go into the description of this video, install COUPERT on your computer, and anytime you buy stuff, I find it doesn't work as well on mobile, and I never really buy stuff with my phone. I go to my computer and I buy stuff like that. So install it on your computer and it'll automatically save you money on all of your purchases, plus it'll give you cash back. So there's no reason not to use it. Banggood, AliExpress, especially all those cheap places, you get super deals. You get money back.
It's very nice.
Okay, so it's nice to make money while you spend it. This stuff has always been here for you, but I'm just going to throw you I'm just going to show you some of the FPV products that I like, that I use myself, that are my favorite. Right here, you click over here and there's links. So if you're Canadian, you can use this one. If you're American or anywhere else, just click this one. I'll just show you some of the stuff and why I love it. So these are all products that I use, my 3D printing stuff, life stuff, even this microphone over here, the same one that I'm using. Let's look at the FPV one. So this is a soldering iron that I've been using for the past 2 years. It's cheap. I've seen it as cheap as $35 and all the way up to $80. I bought it for around $88 at the time, and I'm still using it. So that's wonderful. I take these batteries, I put XT60s on them, and I use it as my bank for my goggles and everything. So my goggles will never die during a flight because this will get you through the day. XT60 to USB-C. So if you are powering any of your chargers, with the bigger batteries, it's not enough power to do things like this. But with the small batteries, 4S batteries, you don't have to buy yourself a power supply. You can just use your phone charger. You can connect it and you'll be able to do 2 amps charging on 2 batteries at a time with a connector like this. So it's not that bad. Plus, just conveniently, let's say you need a little bit of power, you can use a power bank with the XT60 connector and power your goggles or whatever you wanted like that. This is one of my favorite tools. It's a nail file machine. And like, let's say you have your whoops and you cut some of the things off of them, then you can sand them down so that they look nice. Also, sometimes you need like a couple millimeters of fit and you just grind it down. You can grind anything down. The battery lasts a long time. It's really nice. And if you go to the site, they have cheaper models. This is the one I use. I love it. I call it the solder sucker. So when you're soldering things, it sucks the smoke away. It also has a light, which actually is nice, even though you're under a light. The extra light, being able to see everything nicely, not having smoke going into your eyes. People debate whether it actually makes a difference. Does it really filter the air? I don't know. It pulls it through the thing. It takes it out of my face. It makes me happy. And when it comes to action cams, I think the RunCam Thumb 2 is the best cheap little action cam that you can get. I'll never buy it because it's $150. And I buy GoPros on eBay that are broken. I get GoPro 910s for around $50 to $80 on eBay that are broken, and then I fix them. If you want to start messing around with that kind of stuff, just go search in my channel. There's like this, let me show you. There's this little search option. So you go here and you put GoPro. We have to put in GoPro Masterclass. Master. GoPro Master. Don't you want to be a GoPro Master? There you go. So the Naked GoPro Masterclass. There's part 1 and part 2, and I basically strip GoPros. I go through all the parts, and they're long, but you can sift through it. You can learn how to like take apart GoPros, make them work yourself, and that way we can fight over them on eBay. Shouldn't even share that information with you. If you're finding this fun or useful, please don't be one of those people that watches my channel without subscribing. Fix that right now. Slaughter it. Scratchy thing. Your action cams, you can take this wonderful material and rub it all over your cameras, on your drones, on your action cams, and it just makes the picture look so nice. You know when your screen gets like dirty and then you wipe it clean and you're like, oh, it looks nice? This takes it to the next level. So you rub that, you polish your your camera with it, and it makes the video look wonderful. A micro SD card. You got to be rich in micro SD cards. It makes you very happy. And so I'll have like 10 or 20 of these in my bag. I just get the cheap ones. Don't buy the 250 gig ones. Buy a pile of like what I buy, the 64 gig ones. Have a ton of them. One day you're going to forget your card in your goggles, or you're going to forget your GoPro one, but you have a pack of them, you're great. And then a little tip. Let's say you get a sick flight and you filmed it. Before you fly the next one and possibly lose all of that, swap the memory card. You have that flight saved. You can never lose it. Trust me, all these things have happened to me. Gone to a race, not been able to record it because I didn't have a micro SD card. Filmed something amazing, and then the next flight after that, I destroyed everything. So I wish that I had done that. So just learn from my mistakes and you don't have to feel the pain. Here, these paint pens, you can take these and you can start vandalizing all your drones and your friends' drones. You can color them and it looks cool. This is my favorite FPV bag. It's the bag that I use like every day. I can shove so much stuff in it because we're sub 250 doing all the tiny things. I can fit a charger. I can fit a golf cart battery to charge portably with my portable charger. I can bring some whoops and the Wi-Fi charger thing and a pile of packs. I can bring a couple 3.5-inch drones in there. I take this bag with me everywhere. I absolutely love it. I think this is probably the most valuable, best thing on the whole list. It's only 30 Canadian dollars, so that's much cheaper for you Americans. This strap sucks, so you'll have to replace the strap unless you don't care, but I'm very like particular with how things feel, how they look, except my clothing. I just want to be comfy. But you know what I mean when it comes to things, you want something nice. I test so many products and lots of them are crap, and I love this little bag. It makes me very happy. This is a fan and a power bank, so you can charge your phone off it and fan yourself when it's too hot outside. I think it's great. My wife says it makes me look like something that I cannot say. This E6000 is for like, you break something, you want to glue it back together, but it's like when you have a couple days to let it sit and cure. If you don't want to wait and you want to be able to use it right away, then get the 5-second fixer with the UV light. This basically, you can repair anything almost instantly and not have to wait. So you might just want to skip on the E6000 altogether, but this is still kind of like hard. So it's like E6000 is nice when you repair something. It kind of gives a bit. So if it hits, it doesn't break right away. Whereas with this, it fixes it, but it's kind of hard. So it's kind of easy to crack it again, if that makes sense. Hand warmers are fun. You can stick them in your battery bag and keep your lipos nice and warm, which is good when it's colder. ND filters, fly it in the morning and at night and you're good. Golden hour, and then you don't even have to worry about ND filters. Another version of the solder sucker. This is my favorite 1.5 hex screwdriver. If you've messed around with hex screwdrivers, you know they get stuck, they screw up, they start breaking. So if you buy an expensive one instead of a $2 one, this thing it's lasted me for over a year. Works beautifully. Anytime there's a screw that's kind of like a little loose, I go get this and it works. Most of the time I'm using the electric screwdriver, which is my favorite. It saves you so much time. If you don't have one, just get one. It'll make you happy. It saves you tons of time. And then when you're done screwing it in, then you do the final little torque screw with this one, because this doesn't have as much torque power. So you put it in with that, you grab this one, you go, I'm done. So nice. Cameras and whatever. We got our fireproof bag. I store all my lipos inside one of these bags so that if a battery blows up, it doesn't kill your house, hurt people, ruin your family, so it's worth it to have a fireproof bag for batteries. another one of those electric ones, like a fancier one. And yeah, there's some stuff there. The American one, so you go here, like if you're American or you're from anywhere else, you can use the international one right here. And it has basically all the same things, I think. There might be some other things. There's some other see, like this charger right here, $92. That's what I use, but this one's even better and it's cheaper. But this one's cool. I like the colors and whatever, so pay a bit more to have something that you like how it looks. Same kind of stuff. Did that. I showed you the Amazon stuff. Now over here, same links. So beginning of the page, you go to the linky link thing. You don't even have to go. You can click right here, and now I have curated my website where you can buy stuff off of me. So you can buy a few products that I sell. Soon you'll be able to buy bind and flies. You'll be able to kind of like just look at some stuff. I wrote about the products. So the first half of the website is my products. Here's like some examples of some of my builds, their weight, little preview, talk about how things are done. These are my frames that I sell, different thickness, different prices, and motors and the talk about them. Then electronics. So I have an all-in-one that I like and trust. It has an M6000 gyro in it, also a stack. So those are the things that I use in my builds. And then two options for VTXs. We have the one that I use that's a lot stronger, and then we got the weaker, cheaper one, but it has audio, so like that's nice for racing. Here, every single year, I'm going to have a video that shows you the cheapest way and best way, I think, to get started in FPV. So if you want to get your friends into it, toss them this video. Check it out. You can get into FPV with everything, the radio, the goggles, and the drone and everything for $380. Kind of like your own kit that you build yourself, as opposed to you buy a kit and the radio sucks. You buy a kit and like there's always like a couple things that suck in a kit, so you kind of like just make your own and it ends up costing a little bit more, but you have something better. So now these next products I don't sell, but it's like I've made like a buyer's guide. Once again, beginner friendly. So you go, what are you going to do? The first thing you're going to do is buy a radio. Which radio should you buy? This one or this one? And then there's the affiliate link. So you go there, you buy one, I get 3%, whoop-de-doo-da-day, and Radio Master gets all the profit. But the radios, like if you're starting, that's what I believe you should start with. Now recommended goggles, so you can do little read ups and like I'm explaining everything and trying to kind of like help you along your journey. Then your first whoops. And these will change. Like if I find that there's something that I like more that I think is better, then I'm going to take this out and I'll replace it with that. I'm never going to have a store where I sell you just everything. I never want to have a typical FPV store. I want it to be where I sell you the stuff that I use. I sell you the stuff that I recommend. This is the best of this. And that's what I want you to be able to come see and choose from. I don't want it to be where like, oh, you have 5 options, but most of them are crap. I just want to give you the best ones. So I think that if you're starting and you want to get into freestyle, I think the Meteor 75 Pro is the best whoop for you to start with. If you're starting and you want to get into racing, I think you should start with this. And I talk about it. And I talk about the battery I'd recommend with it. And then we have the batteries too. So see here, I recommend using this with 300 or 260. So then you can know, hey, I'm going to buy this. I'm going to order these specific batteries. And then I also have videos. So if I did a review, there's like a full review on the drone over here. So you get to, watch the review. Same thing with like my frames and stuff. So if you want to see videos of the drone flying, I have like a video that explains it and whatever inside the description. These are the best chargers for 1S and all that. We have the review about it here. We have how to take care of your batteries over here. And then over here we have like my favorite charger and where you can buy it. So it's all basically set up nicely with the things that I use myself that are my favorite products, so that you have somewhere that you can go and be like, this is good stuff. I can trust it. I don't want to give you crap. One of my most disappointed things is just thinking about how Joshua Bardwell sold me the newbie drone kit that has everything you wanted it, and like everything inside that kit bloody broke. So same thing with like that little screwdriver. That one screwdriver, I love it. So it's like I can easily recommend that. And then eventually we'll add more. Like instead of selling you a kit that has everything that's crap, hey, buy each of these things separately and make your own kit and it won't be crap. Something kind of like that. I also made a beginner's playlist. This beginner's playlist is really good for everyone, even if you're not a beginner. There's just a lot of helpful things. All the parts that's like beginner. Let's say you want to build your first drone from scratch and you don't know how the heck to do it. This teaches you like you're a child with drawings and diagrams and everything, so you can pick out all your parts, whether they're analog or digital. And this won't help you pick your parts, but once you've picked your parts, this will show you the process you go through to wire everything, to be able to go from the parts you want to building your own drone beautifully. So if you have a friend that wants to build their first drone or whatever, share that with them. This teaches you lipo care. It's not something that you want to like skip. If you're getting into FPV, you need to know about batteries. You need to know how to take care of them. So this nice simple video that just teaches you all that stuff. This was like my older one on see how to get into FPV for under $500. Then last year, this one, it got this whole kit down to like $380. Now this will teach you how to do RPM filters. So it teaches you how to like, you put RPM filters on all your drones, just do it. It makes it fly so much nicer. It gets you more flight time. It's really nice. Then we have, charger video. This teaches you, let's say you want to start making videos on YouTube and whatever. I have a whole like tutorial course that'll like teach you how you can, start doing this kind of stuff from scratch very easily. How to find the music, how to color grade, how to cut, how to do all that stuff. Here we have 3 rates on a switch, so you can just set 3 rates to your radio switch, so that you can, hey, I want to fly like Vanover, bam, we got Vanover's rates. Hey, I want to fly like MCK, boom. I want to fly like Phoenix. Like you can put all like 3 pilots' rates, and you can test them out. And I usually have mine, and once in a while I'll try out somebody else's to see how I like it, and then you can experiment with that stuff. This gives you exercises for like techniques and things that you can do when you're flying that'll get your skills up a lot faster. This is like the greatest tune. You can just shove it on anything. I put it on everything from 65 millimeters to 5-inch, and it works beautifully. The one thing is that with the PIDs, if you find like your drone's getting shaky or trying to take off on you, just lower the PIDs from 0.45 to 0.35. And it'll work nice, but it's meant for something that is built well, like a tight build. It's not meant to work on something that's loose. If you stick it on something that's loose, falling apart, then that drone is going to go flying. It's just going to go, it's going to disappear. So toss this on just about anything. It'll make it fly better as long as you did that first step of doing the RPM filtering. How to solder for beginners. So let's say, you just kind of taught yourself how to solder. You don't have a good system. This gives you a beautiful system that you can just follow those steps and you'll be able to solder beautifully every single time. Another video on RPM filtering, and then like how to get into racing with simulators and stuff. Here's that playlist. Go check it out. If any of those things seemed appealing to you, wonderful. If you're one of those people, that have hung out with me this long without being subscribed, don't do that. Just subscribe, smash the like button. It helps me so much.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!